welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, Holly Springs, Mississippi, and Memphis, Tennessee. It is so good to be back. I hope everyone enjoyed their holiday. I know I did. I got plenty of rest, had fun with family, and just welcomed in the new year. Welcomed it in with the best way possible. A little champagne and a good night's rest. I used to go out. You remember those days where we would go out and party all night because it's a new year? Yeah, my partying ended at exactly 12:05. I was in the bed. All right, that's enough of that. That's enough. All right, Happy New Year. But we are back, and we're going to start this year off on a great note. We've got a great shows lined up for the entire month of January. Already out there, if you have your newsletter, check your newsletter. It has changed a tad bit. We are going to showcase all the shows for the entire month so you'll know what to tune into. And we've got some heavy hitters lined up for January. That being said, let me remind Holly Springs and Memphis, Tennessee that it is first thing in the morning. Drink your 16 ounces of water, as well as take your morning medication. And to our family and friends on TikTok, IG, and YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. We truly appreciate you. We're going to make this year the best year. Yeah, we're coming up on our 1-year anniversary. And I'm ecstatic. I am just so over the moon because who knew we'd last a year? Who knew that we would still be doing this? And I like doing it. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. It's fun talking to so many different people and meeting so many different personalities and getting to know what's going on in the world outside of mainstream media because, they're only going to tell you what they want you to know, only what the folks allow you to hear. And we're going to tell you the truth. We're going to bring it to you whether you like it or not. And they may not like it, but we do. Anywho, that being said, we're going to start the show like we always do with positive morning affirmations. Hey, Markla. Hey, powerful Black woman. See you out there. Thank you for joining. Powerful affirmations. Those morning affirmations are brought to you by my little sister, Miss Morningstar, the affirmation queen. Hey, Miss Morningstar, looking as beautiful. And oh, y'all, please wish Miss Morningstar a happy birthday. She had a birthday on Saturday.
Yesterday. Yeah.
All of 21.
I know.
All of 21.
It feels good to turn 21 again.
Doesn't
and
it?
again and again
And
and
again.
again. And again. Because,
Yeah.
Black, we don't crack. We don't crack.
Nope.
So,
Black
happy
don't crack,
New
baby.
Year, everybody. Yeah, I wish I had some little bells and whistles. But y'all, I get it together. We'll have them next time. But welcome back to 2026. As DJ Kitty already stated, wow, y'all, we are almost a year in on this radio show. It's been a blessing, and it has been a wonderful experience to share with you all, our family in Memphis and in Mississippi.
Yes.
So we are just happy to be here again to do a whole another year, and we happy to do it with y'all. So thank you guys for listening in. And we're going to start it off with some positive affirmations for the new year.
Thank you, Jermaine.
We have to roll into the new year with some new confirmations, affirmations, not resolutions, but affirmations that gets us going and gets us positive as we roll into this new year. Because we're gonna get into the news. You already you see how it started, but we're gonna get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
But with New Year's affirmations, we're going to focus on fresh starts, growth, gratitude, setting intentions, common themes like releasing the past, embracing new opportunities, trusting your new journey, believing in your abilities to achieve goals that you've written down, also releasing fears that you have, and welcoming confidence. And being in an open abundance. Every day is a new day, a new opportunity for growth, to cultivate a positive mindset. So this is what we are focusing on for 2026, guys. So general New Year affirmations typically go: I welcome the new year with an open heart and mind. This new year brings fresh opportunity and growth. I release the past, embrace the new year with clarity. I am capable of achieving my goals this year, and I am open to new experiences and positivity. For growth and goals, each day of the new year is filled with purpose. I trust myself to make wise decisions in the new year. I am focused on what matters most this year. I am creating my new life through thoughts, feelings, and action. I embrace change and trust that it brings me closer to my goals. New Year's Eve 2026 focus. Fresh starts. I begin 2026 with hopeful heart, inner strength, and readiness for growth. These are some things you can affirm for the new year. Releasing that past. I release the weight of yesterday and step into January with courage and positivity. Embracing opportunity. I trust that 2026 is full of opportunity to learn, grow, and thrive. Growth and self love. Self compassion. I begin this year with clarity, intention, and self compassion. Progress over perfection. I embrace progress over perfection and value my growth and efforts. So remember, every little bit counts, guys. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be 100%, but if you make it to 70 or 60, that's progress. Unconditional worth. I am enough just as I am, and I love myself unconditionally. Love on you. Love on you this year, y'all. Make sure you take care of yourself. Goals and success. I am fully committed to achieving my resolutions or for affirmations and take consistent daily steps. Peace and abundance. I choose to begin this year with gratitude and find joy in both small and meaningful moments. In abundance, I am a magnet for prosperity and joy. Abundance flows freely into my life. And these are your affirmations, guys.
I receive all of them. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, these
Thank
are
you,
our
Miss
New Year
Morning Star.
affirmations. So
Yes.
let's go.
Yes. New Year affirmations. And it gives us hope because it's all we have at this point. We have hope and keeping our minds straight. Let's go ahead and hop into this weather because we have a pretty busy show. There's a lot that has happened in the last, what, 4 days? Anyway, Holly Springs, your weather. Today you will have a high of 60 degrees, a low of 49. Feels like temperatures 57 during the day, 36 at night. Winds are to the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. You've got a 7% chance of rain. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night, and air quality is good. Memphis, Tennessee, you have a high today of 60, a low of 51. Feels like temperatures 57 during the day, 37 at night. Winds are out of the south at 10 to 15 miles per hour. We've got a 7% chance of rain. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night. Air quality is good. Hot Houston, come on through. High today of 74. This is January, y'all. Please don't tell me nothing about global warming. A high today of 75. A low of 65. Feels like temperature 74 during the day, 53 at night. Winds are out of the south-southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Rain chances 10%. Humidity is high during the day, very high at night, and air quality is good. It is going to be a beautiful day. Make it beautiful. I don't care what's going to happen. You know, this administration, they are truly on some crazy. I'm gonna, you know, because I can't say what I want to say because I'm on the radio. But they are on some different. Let's just call them different at this point. They are very different. Waking up and brand new year, and the man with the black hand, he decides to go over there and mess with Venezuela. I mean, imagine laying in your bed, sis, and it's the middle of the night, and somebody kicks in the door and comes snatch you, your husband, and you up out of bed, and put you on a helicopter, a Black Hawk, and fly you to a whole nother country and charging you. Where's the evidence? I want to see discovery. I want to see discovery, because if you've done all this, I need to see exactly all the evidence. I mean, a pair of lips will tell you anything, and we know them lips, when they move, they lying. So where's the discovery at? Moderna is going to be arraigned tomorrow, well, today, for Holly Springs and Memphis, today, on January 5th. And I'd like to see what evidence they have. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've listened and I've done my research. Maduro is a dictator. He was horrible to his people. Let's just be honest. He's a horrible president. He pocketed money. Who does that sound like? He's doesn't care about his people having health care, food, shelter, education. Who does that sound like? I mean, it's mighty funny how somebody can go and grab somebody up out their bed for doing the exact same thing that they're doing here. Somebody please prove me wrong. How are you going to go and grab somebody else and say, we're arresting you, but you're doing the same thing here?
What they call that? The kettle calling the cat black?
The
kettle. What
yeah,
they call that?
kettle.
Yeah. Calling the cat black or something
Yeah.
to that nature. Like, definitely, sir, everything you thrive to be is what Maduro is. He is a piece of work. He's a POS. But the fact that you went over the head of our United States Congress and you did not follow any constitutional guidelines that you're supposed to, and the fact that you guys are saying basically we don't have to, we can do what we want to do, is just breaking all kind of laws. And not that this person who you captured is a good person, by no means necessary. Like Kitty said, he is a POS, just like you. Why y'all kidnap his wife too? What she do?
Why y'all taking his wife?
What she do?
I mean, imagine somebody coming and taking the man with the black hand and melanoma, snatching them up out their bed, and taking Don Jr. and the other one, the one that looked like Beavis and Butthead. What's his name? Eric. And then, you know, what? How about y'all snatch their kid? Hey,
how about you snatch them up?
I mean, China did,
because you trying to see. We know what the reason is. United States is playing Pirates of the Caribbean. Y'all seen that movie? Pirates of the Caribbean, literally. And I'm not
all about the money.
It's all about stealing.
Yeah. Oil, minerals, land. They want that Panama Canal. They want it all.
They want it all.
And here's I want y'all to brace yourselves, because he has a pattern. So he's done this to Venezuela to see, will the ICC or the Hague or anyone step up and tell him no. Now China did respond. China did, but and I get it. China and Russia have been talking to Venezuela, and they're trying to do back deals, and of course, you know, Trumpy doesn't want that to happen because it's going to cut out the U.S. Plus, you know, they can sneak whatever. I get it, but there's a way that you do everything. You didn't have congressional approval for any of this. Why not have? I mean, we voted these people into office. Why not have them a part of your decision making when it comes to this? But no, you think that you are a dictator. You strive to be a dictator. You want to be Putin so bad. You want to be Pootie Tang so bad. And now it's showing. But instead of you being a president for this country, because I could have swore MAGA, Blaga, that the man said America first. What has Venezuela got to do with America?
Nothing.
Please
Nothing at
don't tell
all.
me anything about hugs coming into this country, because look, if that is the case, why didn't they go and grab the Mexican president? That's where all the hugs are coming from. Why didn't they go grab the, I mean, because if we just snatching up presidents that's got, people that's shipping drugs this way, hugs, F1 in the comments, TikTok, then we need to be grabbing all the presidents. I mean, I don't get it.
And the fact that he brought those people out of their country, okay?
Kidnap.
Now you bringing them, you kidnapped them, literally, out of, and brought them here. That is declaring war.
Yes,
That is their president. Even if he was, and it's also funny, Kitty, what tickles me, it tickles me.
Tickles, girl.
It tickles me that he is literally saying he declared himself falsely the president of
Venezuela.
Falsely.
The man is insane. How are you going to go to another country, kidnap their president, and say, now y'all are going to do it? I tell y'all, this, if y'all don't go get y'all granddaddy up out of there.
As if he didn't, in the beginning of this 2025, as if him and Alonia didn't, well, Alonia told us, I helped you win.
Yeah.
You only won because of me, what I did.
All I know is whatever they decide to do, I got my red dress, because I ain't wearing black. I'm wearing red. I got my red dress ready.
Baby, I'm so sick of it. This stuff, you cannot make
it up.
This up, my people. Listen, if y'all don't make sure every month, every 2 weeks that you are registered
to vote,
to try to demolish this nonsense. This is the year. We are in 2026. Belt to behind. Get to them polls. Get to those polls. These fools are insane. We have been taken over. As Venezuelans, they say that they're celebrating. I don't know. It might be a few that are, because he wasn't a good president. He was a dictator. He was causing havoc in their life.
Mm-hmm.
And it probably is some people celebrating, but then there's also some people who are terrified, because they see how you treat your United States citizens, and they're thinking like, what? And then you get on with the slurred speech yesterday, the droopy side to the head. You seem like you're under the influence, and you're talking like, we're gonna take over, we're gonna do this. Who's taking over another country? Who? And then, Kitty, don't they have a lady who's the vice?
Yeah, they have a vice president.
He told her if she don't cooperate, she's gonna be mad.
I mean, it's ridiculous. But we do have some comments, because the comments is going off on TikTok.
They're going in. What's the comments?
They're going in on TikTok. Let me go ahead and start from so Dr. Barbara, thank you, Dr. Barbara Sanders, for being here. She said, make it make sense, baby. I can't. It don't make sense to nobody, especially me. It makes no sense. T-Wiz says she is wearing yellow, baby. When I tell you, I'm going to take some PTO or FMLA when it happens, because I'm going to need to be at home, and we will probably be on the talk and the YT all day long talking about who got the body. Let's see. His life journey said, we have approximately 607,000 Venezuelans in U.S. currently. I know. And did y'all know that they done shut down the airports in the Caribbean?
Yes, and that's another thing I was going to say.
How people supposed to get home? Swim?
People on vacation, and you
for the New Year's.
You gonna get them stranded where they got to go to work Monday.
He don't care. Vera said if it was about hugs, why did he pardon the biggest hug dealer? Baby, that's the question. If y'all notice that he is pardoning people, but then arresting people and going after people for the same crime that he's pardoning. Sir, somebody please make it stop. Go get Granddad. Snatch him up out of there. Let's see what else. He said that's why I'm like, oh, okay, y'all, wait.
They don't know him like we do. See, they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know him like we do. They don't understand this whole thing. He even said it when he did his slurred speech about the oil. It's an oil grab. It's a money grab. He made a promise to the billionaires here in the United States. They were going, if they donated to him, which they donated billions of dollars or millions of dollars to his campaign, that he was going to make sure they got the money, they got the connections to the oil that they needed over and he did just like he promised them, because these are his millionaire friends.
Follow the money. You guys please keep tapping, tap.
Our money don't go that long, y'all. We are peasants. We're expendable.
It's always been about big business. And you're right, Dr. Barbara Sanders. It is not a good time to travel. Y'all anytime things like this happen, everybody needs to take a beat, sit back, make sure your finances are in order, make sure you are stocked up on water and you stocked up, and sit down somewhere. Sit down. Because we really don't know what's going to happen.
Something's going to happen. Brewing. Something is brewing, because now we have, and they keep trying to change the narrative, but you can't change the narrative. When you did what you did, you can't stop what's about to happen or might happen, because retaliation is always a thing, because his regime is still in Venezuela. He still has a supportive regime and a military in Venezuela. And you've crossed borders and went into there in the middle of the night and kidnapped their leader,
their president.
You don't think it's gonna be no consequences or repercussions behind
you kidnapped their president? Jack Smith, I know you're listening. Please call me. I have some questions. Well, China did respond, y'all. China. Now, hold on. China has called on the United States to immediately release Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro and his wife, and to cease all attempts to destabilize the Venezuelan government, in remarks issued by a foreign ministry spokesman on Sunday. Beijing has sharply criticized the U.S. attack on Venezuela the previous day already. China, alongside Russia and Iran, is among Venezuela's allies. I'm not even going to ask why. I'm going to give you guys my opinion. His numbers. Okay, so anytime we go to war, the president typically gets a bump in the polls. So his numbers are down in the gutter, as they should be, because, it's a distraction from those e-files, those million other documents that need to come out. And I'm just going to say it, Lake Michigan was enough for, I think, a lot of people, hopefully MAGA, to wake up and say, wait a minute now, why was he talking about after a child is born, AB's happening? Is he talking from experience? Yeah. Allegedly, TikTok. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. So that's two. The polls and a distraction from the e-files. What's number three? What do you think number three is, Miss Morningstar? Let's see, polls.
E-files.
E-files.
And I guess the horrible job he's doing here. Like
horrible job he's doing.
The horrible job he's doing here. I mean, you just stopped. Another thing that happened at the first of the year was that he stopped all child care funds. He delayed child care funds.
Stopped it
for all of 50. Was it 50 states?
All 50 states. At first, it was just Minnesota. And
off
now
of
it's all 50 states. Off of a lie.
Off of a lie, y'all. A clear and cut lie that he may not know. Let me not give this fool no credit because he's stupid. But a lie.
Okay, so yes, DEI hire. So he said, and there's so many other ignorant people who are saying that's the Somalians in the daycares. Let me tell y'all something. First of all, I'm gonna need everybody to read. Reading is fundamental. If you had read, you would know that it wasn't a Somali daycare owner who had stole all that money and defrauded the government to get those millions of dollars. Brace yourselves. It is a white woman, and she had 47 daycares. And the Somalians that they're blaming, they worked for her. That's just like we go to work every day and we work for somebody. Those people didn't know that this woman was committing fraud. How would they know? They're changing diapers and watching kids. They are working. This lady's behind the scenes stealing the money. A white woman. But they're going to blame, of course, the Somalians. So, of course, to distract from the lies and also distract from the tariffs that have been tearing this country and our pockets up.
And they know they can get away with it with their centered group of people. They know that they can tell them anything and they'll run with it. Oh, I mean, it was easy. It's easy peasy to fool fools, and they do it so effortlessly. They just fool them, and these people don't read because maybe some of them don't know how to read. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of them who don't know how to read, so their education level is really, really low, and it's easy to tell them anything to make them think they won, especially if it's the dark people.
Yeah, blame the Black folks, of course. Blame people of color. And all along, it was a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sick of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And not y'all. I'm sick of MAGA and Blagga for being this stupid. Okay? We're not doing this 2026. We've had all the stupid we can take in 2025. We're calling it out and letting you know. If you still coming up and you're stupid and you're protecting a PDF, and somebody probably needs to check your browser history and check on any children that are in your life. Because if you can defend a PDF, something is wrong with you. We need to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, you guys. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We will be right back after this commercial break.
Why advertise with Our Plugs, LLC? What do you get? Radio promotion. Perfect for online businesses. YouTube promotion. Customers can view your commercial. TikTok promo. Gain followers and showcase product. Follow us on all platforms. YouTube and TikTok. Our Plugs, LLC. www.ourplugs.com.
This fall, step into style that has bold and beautiful as the season itself. From cozy layers, statement pieces, Morningstar Boutique has everything to meet your needs. Affordable fashion meets everyday elegance. This season, it's your time to shine.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe fashion is more than clothing. It's a statement of self-love, confidence, and authenticity. From our signature beautiful hoodies to our versatile everyday wear, every piece is designed to inspire you to embrace who you truly are. Whether you're at home or on the go, making moves in the world, Lovership Apparel lets you show up boldly and comfortably. Shop the collection today at www.lovershipapparel.com or find us on ourplugs.com. Lovership Apparel, where love meets style.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingAndTrainingServices.com.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC is your one-stop shop for a wide variety of customized items. So bling out your Crocs, customize that cutting board, get you custom dominoes. Stop by and we will customize your order today. We can be found on Etsy and Our Plugs LLC. I'll be waiting to customize your order. All you need to do is place it.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. So, Ms. Morningstar, we left off talking about the Somalians, and they're getting a bad rap for a YT woman who stole billions with a B from defrauded the government for 47 daycares. But of course, they want to blame the black.
And guess what? She was prosecuted through
Yes.
Joe Biden's administration. She was prosecuted, you know, and so was her accomplices. You know, they went through the process of discovering the fraud that took place. Why is everybody being punished for something that happened past tense? And I mean, you don't go and make an abrupt decision to punish the entire United States.
For
It's
59
insane.
people.
Right.
59 people convicted. And you're going to punish all people who are getting help on child care. Now, y'all think about it like this. We've been away.
All these subsidies.
Yeah, on holiday break, okay? Christmas, New Year's. We've been on break. Kids have been home. School starts back this week, okay?
Yeah.
What are those parents supposed to do when those after school programs?
Tell me that.
What are those single parents supposed to do?
They want to force us to have the babies, right?
Break it down this morning.
Then they want to take away our means of feeding our babies by taking away SNAP benefits and things like that, those who need it. And now they want to take away, if we do want to go out and get a job, and I'm talking about single parent, mother or father, if you want to get out and go to work, you rely on getting some type of assistance, subsidy to get your child into some sort of child care. Now you want to take away that. So you want to force the pregnancy, but you don't want to give any of the benefits of the doubts that will help people go out, work, be productive, and be able to care for their family. You want to strip the benefits to be mean and cruel.
Yeah. They're pro-life. They're pro-birth. They're not pro-life. Just have the baby.
Makes sense.
Teachers won't be able to leave their own kids at home to teach other kids. You're right, Dr. Sanders. I hadn't even thought about that part.
Yeah.
You know, because I have grown kids and I'm thinking about, I remember being young and having kids and paying for daycare. Daycare was so expensive. It was so expensive to the point where I didn't work. Because
and think about how long ago that might was. Kitty, just think about the price now.
I don't want to.
It's like people are paying their mortgage. They're paying mortgages.
Yes.
To put their kids
and they're living in apartments and barely can eat and barely feed their kids. And y'all don't even want to help them with child care. But y'all remember when JD Vance said, well, you know, the grandparents need to start helping and taking care of the kids. Now, y'all think about it like this. He said that, and after that, they started messing with Medicare and Medicaid and cutting people off. So you had to bring your grandparents and your sick people home. So I guess that your sick grandparents are supposed to watch your children so you can go to work and barely pay bills.
Supposed to care for your toddler, your busy toddler.
Your busy toddler. And he has the nerve to go and get Maduro. Somebody come get him. Come get him.
Oz. Why y'all leave Oz here?
Why y'all? Can we switch, please? Can we switch with the Canadian president, please?
You know, I heard a MAGA say, and ain't nobody big and bad enough to come get. I know y'all want him to come get him, but ain't nobody big and bad enough. I said, Lord, listen. You know, we have a very, very, very a good Secret Service. I'm gonna just put it to you like
We
this.
do.
We have a great team of agents that, you know, do their job and they do it well. And even if they ain't happy with the job they got to do, they still do their job, you know. But I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, you know.
It might, I don't know. You may be fed up one day. I don't know.
I'm just saying, they could never tap me to come and protect it.
No, never.
Never.
I'm good. I would never apply.
The way they would snatch me up out of there.
Never apply for the job.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't want, anyway.
I don't want no parts.
I don't want no parts of that. I don't want to be responsible for it because I already got my dress picked out. It's red, and I'm calling in, and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna be on the Talk Tick. I'm gonna be on all the platforms laughing.
This whole thing. I mean, we ain't even been able to focus on. I mean, it's been different things happening, you know, at the beginning of this year. This year, we only on day, 5 of this year.
4 or 5.
4 or 5 this year. And it's been stressful for folks. I mean,
I'm not gonna let them stress me out.
It's been already, I'm just saying, it's been, everything you turn on, you hear.
Okay, turned on the TV. Had a great, you know, Friday.
And it was on my birthday.
Saturday, yes. Turned on the TV. I woke my husband up. I was like, wake up. He was like, what is it?
They didn't grab Medora.
They didn't grab Medora. He was like, what does that mean? What? What does that mean? I said they done snatched up the Venezuela president.
In the
and
middle of
it. To me like, what? I had to turn the TV on. He was like, turn it on CNN. Turn it on. And we just sitting in bed looking like, I know you lying.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
anyway.
This real life out here, y'all.
Y'all, I mean, we are going to, look, 2026 is going to be a great year, irregardless of that man with them black hands.
Listen.
The way he walking slow and them hands is black and the way he was slurring, we ain't got long. Y'all bow your eyes and close your head. Lord, do your will. Do your big one.
Ain't that much longer.
Ain't got that much longer, y'all. Let's go ahead and bring Coach Nikki up. You know, here new standards. Let's get into it. But hey,
you know how we do. We put on the whole service before the service.
We ain't got that much longer, Lord.
Put on the whole service before the service.
Do your big one, Lord. Do your big one. It's all I'm asking. Handle this one.
Hey, Nick.
Hey,
I'm screaming. Hey, ladies. Good morning. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
New Year. Hey, honey. You were up late last night.
Woo!
Baby, you have been in them streets.
I'm telling you, you know, I like a conversation that flows. And I don't like to just kind of cap it off, but I definitely capped it off around 7 o'clock in the morning. I needed to sleep.
You were up. You did a complete all-nighter, huh?
Yes.
And New Year's, I did an 8-hour live.
Baby.
Wow.
Young again. Because you know what I was doing?
They would have saw me in that live like that.
Okay. I was flipping my pillow over and finding the cool side of my pillow and sleeping like a baby. Can you imagine being caught on live sleep and snoring?
You know, my friend
people do it.
I was blowing her phone up. I was like,
me.
Girl, end this live. But the phone wasn't ringing because she was on live. I'm like, oh my gosh.
You know, that's a fear. That's a fear of mine. Like, you know, sometimes, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes my phone is right on the side of me on the bed. And if I roll over and hit the go live button and then I'm in the deep of sleep, I'm like, so
you know, I put mine on somewhere else.
You know, they have sleep talk now. There's a sleep talk. There's a whole audience for people to get on. Yep. It's sleep talk. So you don't turn your camera on at all. It's just audio. But there's a whole situation where you can get on live and you can actually go to sleep with other people.
Oh, girl, bye.
All night. I'm serious. I saw it. I was like, what is this? Too much. But when I tell you my friend fell asleep on live, baby, she fell asleep on live, camera on and everything. I said I would hate. Nope. I'll tell y'all. I said I would hate for her to pass gas on this live. and feel away about
Because you
it.
know some things happen sometimes when you sleep.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, because the body is relaxed, right? I said I would pay for this to happen to her right now. I'm calling her phone. She
And
didn't
it's,
even know. Because the phone ended up dying. She
the
didn't even know.
crazy part is people sit there and listen to you sleep. Like, I ain't about to sit there and listen.
Y'all should have seen how I kept going in there. Like, is she still on? Is she still on? Vera said you should have seen my food. Oh yeah, I was tearing up some food on.
I seen you when you were eating some rice, but I had to go to bed.
I love fried rice, y'all.
I don't know how.
I like fried rice too. It's the bomb.
I love fried rice. Anybody ever want to give me some food? You can definitely send me shrimp fried rice. I will love you forever.
So welcome back, Coach Nikki. Happy New Year. We're going to hop right into it. It's New Year, new standards.
Indeed.
All right. So what does that even mean? What does that mean? Break it down.
So last week, didn't I closed out the year, right? And I'm starting it. Oh, I'm so excited about that.
You know how Capricorns do.
I'm so excited.
Getting an end.
I love that. Well, remember how last week, y'all, we talked about, new year, same you, but upgraded. This is a spinoff from that. And it's not necessarily that you need a new year. You just need to set new standards, new boundaries. So we're going to pretty much expound on that. And I know that the year has already started off a little bit crazy. Just like Morningstar said, she was like, this mess happened on her birthday. I'm checking, y'all. We have our own chat. And I'm like, what? Wait, I expect to see happy birthday Morningstar in this group chat. And I'm seeing Venezuela. I'm like, no, this can't be life.
We're all like, what in the world?
This can't be like this. It's not starting like this. No.
That's how I found out. I saw
like, this is
chat.
where we at. I woke up like, and my husband like, happy birthday. And then he like, hey, look my door. They went in the middle of the night.
And I was fussing so bad because I was in DC, and that I always get nervous when our president or our administration does anything in another country because
because that's where y'all are. Yeah,
indeed. And I mean, of course, I've been in this area my whole life, so I felt the shakes from 9/11. I felt all that stuff. Like, that was very, very scary for me. So this put me right back in that space. I'm like, no. I mean, I woke up to it. I'm like, what? Like, we can't be starting a year like this. But just like Kitty said, I'm not about to let this administration or whoever is in the White House stress me out. We can't do that. So we can only take care of the things that we can control that are in our power. Vera, that's right. Vera said it's still your birthday. It is still her birthday.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is still her birthday. Indeed. I know we got somebody else's birthday coming up, don't we?
Miss Jack this week.
Miss Jack's is next. Yeah.
Next. And then mine is next Monday.
And I tell people I go hard the whole month. So
you should. You should. Enjoy yourself. So again, we are going to pretty much just elaborate off of the new year, same you, but upgraded. You do not need a new year. You need new standards, not even a new standard. You need several new standards. Okay. We talked about how you need to get rid of the mental clutter, how you need to get rid of those relationships. I talked about that on Limitless Living too. But how some of these relationships you've outgrown, but we like to hold on to things because of history. And every single year that comes around, every January, you should see the statistics. I don't know if y'all ever sit down and go look at like what the gym memberships look like when in December and January, how people start to uptick on that and don't ever go because that's what they just play. They place their mindset in I'm going to go do this January. You can make changes in your life anytime. A question that I was asked a lot over the weekend was, what were my New Year's resolutions? And my response was, I don't have any resolutions. I believe in making changes year round. Thank you, Reaper. I believe in making changes year round. I believe in making changes where there needs to be change. That's it. But every single January, we promise to change our lives. But by February, what happens? We end up falling back into these same patterns, same problems, a new year. So you need to set new standards for yourself. And it's okay to be out with the old and in with the new. We talked about, I think last week, how, when people start to get brand new, it's okay. It's okay to act a little brand new with yourself. That doesn't require you, being rude or disrespectful or egocentric at all. But it's okay for you to start making changes in the patterns and routines that you're so used to doing, and especially the ones that are keeping you stuck. I spoke to it. We're going to take this a little ways, but I want you to listen to it because I don't know too much about you guys' signs as Capricorns. But if anybody is familiar with astrology and your signs, since we talked about, thank you. We talked about signs a little bit because we just learned that DJ Kitty, Morningstar, and Miss Jax are Capricorns and how you have certain characteristics with signs. There was a beautiful young lady on one of my lives named Aloe. Shout out to Aloe Truck. Aloe studied astrology for many years. And so she kind of broke it down to us about mutable signs. So find out if you're a mutable sign. A mutable sign is someone who can adjust and mutate to the environment and to the people that they're around. So if you want to be a millionaire, start making adjustments and start hanging around better people. That has everything to do with what we're talking about tonight, being a new standard. If you know that you're a person that if you are a mutable sign and you're hanging around the wrong crowds, don't wonder why you're stuck. That's why. That's why, because your characteristics of your sign, it doesn't necessarily make you as a person, but those characteristics can cause you to fall into habits of the patterns of people that are around you. So start changing your environment, changing the things that you feel like. Don't ever say that you're so sick of something and it is in your power to change it and you don't.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
You've done yourself a disservice.
Even it says the mutable signs are it looks like it's Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, and it's only giving me 3, but I agree with that. You know, if you want change in your life, you can't continue to hang out with the same people who aren't doing anything. How I told this to my son and my kids growing up. How can you listen to your friends about something they haven't experienced themselves? That goes for adults as well. Mm-hmm. How are you going to surround yourself and say, I want to make all these positive changes, but you're still hanging out with people who are stuck? You don't have to, shut them down, but you compartmentalize that. I will see y'all when I see you, but if I'm trying to make changes and get on the right path, I got to choose better. And that may be job, spouse, friends. I'm just saying.
Indeed. But think about how let's not feel guilty about removing ourselves from groups like that. You don't necessarily have to even remove yourself because we talked about, not creating resentment with people that we love when we're making these changes in our lives. It's okay to have conversations with your friends. If you value the relationship, have the conversation and say, hey, you know what? I've noticed we've been kind of stuck in the same loops and same cycles for a long time. I'm thinking about doing this with myself. You don't know that might trigger change in that person. You don't know that you might motivate that person to also be better. Be okay with setting the standard for yourself. You are your own standard. I am the standard because I'm the standard for me. I am my benchmark to success. Nobody else and nothing else. I want to be better than I was last year or last week or yesterday. It's okay to do that because there is something that we call a domino effect where we feel guilty. We'll feel guilty about leaving these people behind. Oh, I've been there. Oh, I don't want to do this. I was the only one out of my group for a long time that you decided I'm going to go back to school. Like, I'm going to do this. Feeling bad, feeling guilty for it and then I did hear a lot of, some of this was from my own family member that, my family members that, oh, I think I'm better than everybody. No, I think I'm better than the me that I was last year. That's all. But the domino effect happens when you do something and someone is now motivated and encouraged by what they see you doing and they can make the same changes. Now, guess what you've done in your circle? Now you've changed the entire circle. Now you're hanging around bosses. Now you're hanging around millionaires. We can't feel guilty about wanting better for ourselves anymore.
Absolutely. And guys, I know I've said this before because of just my experience. And when it comes to change and moving in a different direction, like everybody won't be able to come with you. And we have to be okay with that. And then we also have to be okay with copying the right cat. I mean, there is nothing wrong with copying people who are moving in a more positive, dominating way that you can see for yourself. And I call that copying the right cat. And, people say, oh, you copycatting. But no, I'm copying the right cat because I'm going to move and make this money the way they move and making this money. And I'm listening and I'm paying attention, which is causing me to grow. And it's all about growth at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Being don't stagnant. Yeah. You cannot be stagnant because you won't ever achieve the levels that you want to achieve. Now, if that's just your choice to stay stagnant, then stay stagnant. But don't complain.
Indeed.
Because that's what you chose. And I always Even in a supervisory position, I tell my team, it's your choice for growth. You make the decision whether you either want to stay on this level or you want to level up. And you know the way you level up is by learning the new techniques or learning new things to how to move. It's all within you of what you want to do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Miss Morningstar. Got to take another commercial break. Got to pay the bills. We'll be right back. It's going to be really quick. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. Thank you, Chad, for being here. We truly appreciate you all.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
And I'd like for you to do one more thing for me. Hold up two fingers. This is you, and this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model are the outcomes of that day. The outcome that Prince, the revolution, and George Floyd produced.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. And we are back with Coach Nikki. Today's topic is New Year, New Standards. Go ahead, Coach Nikki. You are on a roll, baby.
Yes, and I love what both of y'all were saying. What Morningstar was saying, like copy the right cat. I say copy the right cat and then lead by example. And if you think about it, we're all kind of copycats in some form, right? If we say history repeats itself, we kind of do the same things that our predecessors did, right? But then we tweak them and we try to, make them better and work for us. So I do agree with that statement. Copy the right cat. Find somebody that motivates you and encourages you to be your best self. Somebody who isn't going to envy you, kind of shadowing them. Like we do the same thing in healthcare. I've seen med students all the time, right? Because they're copying the right cat. You might have a med student following or shadowing the chief medical officer around, the chief nursing officer around, because they want to be the best physician or the best nurse or this, that, and the third. That's okay to do. Find the best people in your life, shadow them, if you will. Find somebody, y'all. This does take you kind of putting your ego aside, because it's not often that you'll find somebody that is willing to say, you know what, I think you're doing so well in life. Like, I see your success, I see your glow up. Can you show me how to do that? It's okay to do that. It doesn't matter how old you are or how young you are, or if the person that you're even asking help for is younger than you. It's okay, y'all. The goal is for you to be your best self, so that you can set new standards for your life, so that you can improve and grow in your life. You deserve to live a fulfilling life. So if there are people around you that motivate you and push change in your life for the better, follow them, ask questions. I'm sticking with these ladies right here, okay? And everybody in our group, because I see what they're doing. I want to follow that flow. I've watched videos from old episodes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the more that I'm doing this with them, and I'm so thankful for the platform, because the more that I'm doing this with them, the better I am with my public speaking. I already like to run my mouth a lot already anyway, but the better that I get with it, because I'm following people who are already doing this, already in the industry, and we're continuously growing. So it's okay. Just like Morningstar said, copy the right cat and then lead by example. What it is that you learn and grow, pass it down to the next person. That's okay.
Absolutely.
It's always okay to do.
Absolutely. You know, the one thing that I love about this group is we have leaders who mentor, and they actually are mentoring. They have programs that mentor young men and young women. I think that the age group starts at 13. So they're in aviation, and these are all Black men and Black women who are leading by example. They are showing the next generation that, hey, you can get into aviation as well. You don't have to fly. You can become a mechanic. You can get into air traffic control, whatever it is that you want to do. And speak with those young people that are coming up right behind us and pick their brain. It's never too early. I'm asking my little ones, what do you want to do? So I can put you there. Where do you want to go? And you guys, there are so many colleges, HBCUs, who have programs for high or middle school and elementary kids to go to school and learn and try and get them on the right path. We want to push our youth, because this, what is it, prison or school to prison pipeline, they're saying 1 in 3 Black males will end up in prison. I had 3 grandsons. I'll be damned. Excuse me, WKRA, but not mine. We're going to fight to make sure our children don't fall into that path. And I just learned, you know how they do that standardized testing? I just learned that you don't have to let your child do that. You can opt your child out of that. They will still get the same grades, but they don't have to take those tests. Those tests is to see if that child can conform and be in that prison pipeline.
Mm-hmm. It's like a
Don't put your kids through that mess. It's up to us to educate. And when you hear this, take this back to your nieces and your nephews and the people in your family, and let them know that this is happening. Don't stand for it. Mentor each other. Go ahead, Miss Nikki.
I agree. So I'm going to shift. We're going to pivot a little bit. We're going to talk about resolutions and why they fail, y'all. So I hope that everybody takes something away from this, but why resolutions fail and standards last. When you set a standard, you can readjust your standard. A resolution is based off of motivation, and we often lose motivation. You can be so hyped up about, how many of y'all have been hyped up to do something and you got to the point where you're like, I don't feel like doing this no more. That's how a resolution works. Just like we do with these gym memberships. I really want to get the numbers to what the decline is in the gym memberships from January to maybe even March, to see how long, because I've seen it myself. I've done it myself. Oh, December, let me do this gym membership because I'm about to hit it. I'm about to be
I think that
4 days a week.
I think that is a good idea to pull some data, kind of. And I might just look into that, because we're still in the beginning of the year. So just find some data to pull, showing how many people register with new memberships at the beginning of the year. Me and my husband were kind of doing a visual data analytics. We went to the gym these last couple of days because we were off from work. So we did some gym time. And he was like, it's going to be crowded on New Year's Day, we thought. And it wasn't. We were like, oh, but we came the next day and it was. Mm-hmm. So he was like, today's the day. So it's like, everybody is pumped up, like you said, because of the resolutions that they have told themselves. I'm going to lose 50 pounds in 3 months, I
got the data. I got the numbers.
You got the numbers? Okay, good. What's the numbers, Kitty? Go ahead.
Membership growth. This is in 2025. Approximately 86.8% of gym owners expect membership numbers to rise in 2025, indicating a strong recovery and growth in the fitness sector. Hybrid membership 41% of all gym memberships now include some form of hybrid access, combining in-person and digital workouts. Frequency visits, 58% of gym members visit the gym at least twice a week, while 29% go 4 or more times weekly. That's the demographics, retention rates. The average annual retention rate for a health club is approximately 71.4%, meaning that 28.6% of members leave each year. So it's about 30%, which, you know, I'm not too surprised about that. 41% of cancellations are due to cost, while 25% cite changing personal circumstances, and 19% believe they can achieve fitness goals independently. So it really depends on the person. Being a former instructor, I would see a huge increase from January until March, and then it would slump just a little bit. But we're in Texas, and I had outdoor boot camps and indoor boot camps, and the market, it's it ebbs and flow.
And
It
can
just
we
depends.
can we also probably blame it, Kitty, on the actual corporations, the gym corporations, where they start the new year off with big promotions, like,
and then they hit you over the head with these high
right after 3 months, then they'll say, all right, price is going up, annual fee due. A lot of people get the free enrollment fee waived, and then they might get like the $10 membership, and I mean, most people can afford that. But now, we are living at different times where people can't afford $10 a month. I mean, $10 seems small, but it's big to when you're losing your child care, your Medicaid, and Medicare, and all of those things. $10 is a lot.
Yeah, it is, and a lot of people say I can just watch it on YouTube, and you can.
You
and
absolutely.
a lot of I know several instructors who actually do the virtual memberships, but most of them actually use your insurance. So if you have insurance, most insurances pay for your gym memberships.
And they do, because mine does.
Especially if it's a commercial gym. I feel like that should be a thing. It's still your health. I feel like that should be a thing where your insurance covers gym membership. Like, why not cover me trying to better my health?
Most insurances do. I don't know about if it's ACA, or I'm not sure, but I know most private insurances like Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, most of them do.
My insurance, which is
mine does too.
We have a program that we use, Active and Fit, through them, but we still pay a monthly. We still have to pay a monthly rate, but it allows you to go to a variety of gyms. You can choose, different gyms to go to, but it is through the healthcare insurance.
Yes. And I would encourage anyone, honestly, if you are not financially able to pay those fees, walk. That's the best thing that you can do. 30 minutes a day. Not a slow walk. You just got to get your heart rate up. Oh, Pilates is so much fun. I love reformer Pilates. Pilates is cool. Without the reformer, it really is. It helps lean you out. But reformer Pilates, if you can find a class, I love it. It's the best way to stretch, and it really does lean you out. It's a lot of fun. I miss that life. I do. I miss instructing. However, that was a different life. I'm doing this now. I'm happy with this. But I do need to get my butt in the gym. Oh my gosh. Anywho, go ahead, Nikki.
I'm cracking up. So T-Wiz said that her husband goes to the gym 6 days a week, but he doesn't go the first 2 weeks of the beginning of the year. I've heard that because it's packed the first couple weeks, and then people will start to lose that motivation. They start that because that is what a resolution is. They start to lose that motivation, and believe it or not, people will take that. I'm guilty of this. People will say, "Oh, I worked out for 2 weeks straight," and then for 2 weeks after that, while they're not working out, they'll still bank on that 2 weeks that they did, even though they haven't worked out in 2 weeks. It's a thing. We do that. But this is why resolutions fail, because resolutions are based on motivation, and motivation fades often. We know the word unmotivated. Everybody gets unmotivated. So, but if you are setting a standard for yourself, now that is your new identity that you're putting into place. Now, this is the standard that I've set for me. This is what I'm going to do, and this is what I'm sticking to. So a resolution says, I'll try. A standard says, this is no longer acceptable.
I know that's right.
That's
like
the difference between the two.
Yes, I love that. I really do. That's a huge difference. And I never thought about it like that. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna change my standards. I got standards now, y'all.
Doesn't it feel good to even say like?
It's the verbiage. I mean,
yeah, it is.
It's the way we are expressing it, and the way you're expressing it. It makes it feel different. Like I'm standardizing myself. This is the standard for me now. This is the quality of life I want. This is the quality I want to live. And now I'm taking control of my life and saying these are new standards, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your money or whatever, your health. You set the guidelines, and that's how we need to look at it. You're right, Nikki. I love that, Kitty. Yeah, that verbiage is fire.
It closes the door on doubt. It closes the door on any further conversation about someone asking you. Just like when I was saying this weekend, I was asked a lot of times what my resolution was. The moment you open your mouth and say what your resolution is, people start asking questions. They start doubting you. Oh, what's that go for? But if I say I have standards, nobody's gonna be like, oh, what are your standards? No, it sounds like, oh, she knows what she's talking about, and she knows who she is. She knows her identity. Hey, Technique.
Hey, Technique, brother.
Identity versus, oh, well, what's making you do that? Or what were they last year? It closes the door on any further conversation or anybody being able to plant any seeds of doubt in your mind. It's structured. It's straight to the. I have standards versus I have a resolution. Even when I say, oh, I have a resolution, it feels fleeting for me in my own mind. But if I say I set the standard for myself and this is what I'm going to do from here on out, this is all I'm accepting from myself. Yeah. That's it. That feels more firm. That feels more concrete for me. And knowing that I can go back to the drawing board and adjust my standards as I choose to is cool. But again, resolutions are going to fade because we pick these things and we're hype about it. Because think about the excitement that a new year brings anyways. You got fireworks, you got the countdown, you got all of this stuff going on. Morningstar has a birthday, Mrs. Jax has a birthday, Kitty has a birthday. It's easy for us to feel hype in a moment about something and it failed. But when you set that standard, you set your boundaries, you set that standard for yourself. That is now your new identity.
Absolutely.
And it's unshakable.
Absolutely. Okay, I don't want anybody trying to shake my standards, I'm gonna shake the table. I got standards now. I've had standards though, and we all have. We just have to, now's a good time to reflect on the standards that we've set for ourselves and say, does this still apply for me? Is it still good for me? Do I need to, revamp anything? Do I need to add on anything? And it's a good way. And my motto, get you a good journal. Hold on, y'all. I got me a new one. Get you a good journal and write it down. And if you ever, what? The reason why I journal is I go back and I read it. I go back in months later and I read what I wrote and see if it still applies and if I need to tweak anything. A good journal. This one's a leather. It smells good too. Anyway, go ahead.
I agree. I agree. I totally agree with you. Y'all, we're big on journaling here. Put your thoughts in that book. But it also helps. We talked about this before, how it helps us look to see where we were, in the past. Just like when we were talking about the Facebook post from 10, 15 years ago, it helps you see your growth and the things that you once were trying to manifest. Have you achieved them? Any goals that you set for yourself, have you achieved them? So it helps you to put all the stuff that's up in here on paper, go back and look at it. Kitty, I love that you go back and you read your stuff. Not many people do that. I think I just started going back and reading my journals. And then I'll go and look at some. I found some old ones, and I'm like, oh, I was really going through it then. I was really going through it. And I'm like, oh my, I'm so thankful that that's not my life anymore. But with the standards, you know, when your standards change, your choices change automatically. You just start to choose better for yourself. You start to be better. You start to just make those changes that you've always wanted to do. And y'all, like I said, these are things that are in your control. You don't have to wait for anybody to change your standards or to set some for yourself. For those of you who feel like you don't have any.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Powerful Black women say, yep, and continue to be yourself no matter what people think, because it's your journey. Baby, that is a word. It is your journey. You better live.
It is. And live for you, not for anybody else. You can't even live for your kids, y'all. That's a deeper conversation. You cannot live for your kids. Your kids are also souls having human experiences who come here to live their own journeys. You're supposed to guide them, shape them, build up their character, and then allow them to experience life for themselves. That's what we're supposed to do. I cannot live for my mother. It's impossible to do that. I also cannot live for my children. They're experiencing their own experiences. So I agree with that it's your journey.
Yeah.
Make your tweaks and adjustments as you may, and enjoy yourself. Find you something fun to do while you're here on earth. I always say that to people. Find you something fun to do. It's going to be times, you know, we get that. Human, okay? That's just what we do. But find something fun to do, something that you enjoy. Set your standards, set your boundaries, keep them, stand firm on them. Don't shake on them at all, and enjoy yourself.
I agree.
Thank you.
I agree. I mean, at the end of the day, when you are, you know, in your 80s, 90s, and you want to look back at your life, you want to look back at your life and say, you know what, I did that. You don't want to look back at your life and say, man, I wish I had done that.
That part.
You know, I think that's why I like to start at the beginning of the year and write down, hey, this is what I want to do this year. These are the places I want to visit. These are the places I want to, you know, I got to make time and go and check on these people, my family, my mother's family, you know, my father's family. I need to do that, because if we work and work and work and we have all this money saved, great. But what memories, when I'm in my 80s and 90s, I'm not gonna sit back and look at my bank account and say, "Oh, I remember when I made that dollar." I'm gonna look at pictures and say, "I remember when I went on this trip.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when me and my kids decided to fly to Colorado for my 50th." That's the things that we have to tell ourselves versus looking at what's going on in this crazy country and letting it pull us back. Miss Morningstar just made 21 yesterday, you know? She just made 21. Miss Morningstar gonna live her life, baby. I'm telling you now.
Love it. It just happens over and over
Over and
everywhere.
over.
And when you can reflect on things just happening, and you're just glowing every year, you're never changing too much, but you know, just a little bit. It's a blessing. And you do need stuff to reflect on. I mean, reflection is important. I mean, when you talked about the journaling and the Facebook postings and the pictures, and even kids have times to reflect on their it's good for kids to journal too and be able to reflect on things from their youth, because even my daughter does that. She'll be like, "Mommy, remember that time? I remember this thing I wrote down. It was funny." And you look at it 10 years later and you're like, wow, you did write that. And it's a good memory, and it shows your growth and where your direction you're going as you become an adult, because there's going to be many more changes in between, you know, especially for the young people. As you start now, you're going to see so many different changes come in the next, you know, centuries of your life. And
Yeah,
it's good to have some of those memories to reflect on where you're going and what you done.
absolutely. Miss Morningstar, you know, I'm gonna implore everybody to just do one thing, and it's not for anybody else, but it's for yourself. We all have a higher power that we believe in. Whatever your higher power is, that's who it is. Write a letter to your higher power. Write, not to anybody else, write it to him or her, whatever you believe in. And in that letter, open up about your hopes and your dreams and what you want and what you need. And in this time next year, I want you to read it and see what you've accomplished. And trust me, when we come back next year, this assignment, you are going to be so happy because once you put it out there, it happens. Think about it. Everything that you really and truly want in this life, once you put it out there, it happens. You don't know how, but God, you don't know how, but it happens. Oh, wow. Hello from Germany to you.
Hello, Jesse from Germany.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. I used to live in Germany. So hello. Welcome. But yes, that is your assignment, everybody. Write your letter.
I
to your
love that
higher power.
assignment because I would love, and even if we don't personally want to share it, just go back and read it and we can talk about it next year around this same time. Let's talk about it.
First show of 2027.
Let's talk about
We're going to talk about that letter that you wrote to that higher power. I'm going to write mine tonight. And we're going to talk about what it is that we need this year. I need to put on my red dress. I know that's going to be on my list. I'm just putting it
on your red dress.
Put on my red dress, y'all.
Put little Johnny Gill on, y'all. It's slippery.
Okay, red dress.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on my red dress. Okay, go ahead, Nikki. I'm sorry. I gotta stop.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, so y'all, next talking point, we're gonna talk about choosing how you allow people to treat you. I think we say this a lot in this group and on our lives, how we teach people how to treat us. So people treat you based on what you will tolerate. Okay, so no doormatting this year is what I like to call it. Stop laying down and taking everything because you don't have to. And I think that you won't do that if you start to set some standards for yourself this year. Stop doormatting. You do not have to take anything. Like Kitty said, I like that example that she said when she's in her 80s and looking back and talking about the things that she didn't get a chance to do versus what she did get to do. And that's something I use as an example as well. Like I'll get really, really morbid sometimes just to put things in perspective. So it's the brevity of it, you understand. And one thing you're not going to regret on your deathbed is that, oh, I should have never wore that. That's not something that you're going to be thinking about. You're going to say, I should have wore more of that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So start to adjust your standards and tweak your life to do the things that you truly want to do. How comfortable you are at home. Be that same way outside with you. We're all super, super comfortable in the house. And then we start to perform when we get out the door and fear of what somebody is going to say or how they're going to look at us or what they're going to think about us. FTP, okay? FTP and live your life, because that is not, just think about it in those moments where you're shrinking and allowing people to treat you poorly. I want you to think, what would my higher self say about this? What would 80, 90-year-old, God willing, you make it to that age, what would the older you say to that? They will stand up for you, right? So stand up for you right now, because you do teach people how to treat you. Okay. Over explaining, over giving, and people pleasing lower your standards, y'all. When we said we don't have resolutions, we have standards. We also have boundaries. The moment you start to shift and pivot off of those things, people realize, oh, I can manipulate you any way I want to, because you're willing to shake and move off of what you said you were going to stand firm on. How many people have said, you know what, starting this, that, and the third, I'm not allowing this. And then that one person called that you got this soft spot in your heart for, and you bend on it. That is still an example. That is still an example, because guess what? That same person, it may not be 5 or 10 people doing the same thing to you, but that same person is going to know that they can manipulate you anytime they want to. And they also don't believe that you believe in your standards. And they get lower and they get lower and they get lower. And guess what you do? You open the door for more people to do that. Hey, Doc. You open the door for more people to do that. Once you lower your standards the first time, you're going to continue to do that. Oh, because guess what you're going to do? That self-talk. You're going to say, oh, I did this for such and such. I ain't going to hurt if I do this. Stop negotiating your standards with yourself. Set them and stand on them 10 toes.
Absolutely, Coach Nikki. Stand on them 10 toes down. We have a couple minutes left. Are Are we just about done, or you still have some more?
Oh, I talk all night long, Kitty. But I do have an affirmation.
All right, let's get to the affirmation.
I do have 2026, the first show of the year. I do have an affirmation, and I'm ready whenever you are, Kitty.
Bow your eyes and close your head in my Darian voice.
Y'all ready?
Yes, let's go.
I raise my standards because I know my worth. What no longer aligns with me no longer has access to me either. One more again.
Yes.
Rewind.
I raise my standards because I know my worth. What no longer aligns with me no longer has access to me either.
Amen. Amen.
Hallelujah. That's a word.
That is a word. Coach Nikki, way to start off 2026, baby.
Amen.
Started it off on a great note. Thank you so much for all your wisdom and your time.
Thank you.
We truly appreciate you. We couldn't do it without you, honey.
I couldn't do it without y'all. It's a
So
blessing to be here. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Miss Morningstar, go ahead and take us home.
What a wonderful way to start the new year, guys. I know we told y'all some things happened, yes, but we are going to keep moving into believing that this year is going to be a great year. It's going to be positive, and we're going to make it that way because we are affirming it and we setting standards. So Memphis, Tennessee, and Mississippi, thank you guys. We'll be back tomorrow with Veterans Voice. Make sure you tune in 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, WKRA 92.7 The Change. We love you. Thank you for this blessing. And YouTube and TikTok, you already know what it is. We love y'all. Thank you for always supporting.
And Instagram.
And Instagram, yes. IG. I gotta put y'all in there too. Thank you. We will see y'all again soon. Have a great day.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.